Hello there, world.
What's up, everybody? We're in the middle of trying to get set up. My tablet hadn't been turned on in so long that there was a ton of stuff on there. I was going back looking. Might have to check these ELS DP45, the train man. I got the GoPro, like, instead of putting it on the tripod, so we had to unscrew it. I have it sitting on a stool, and it looks kind of low because this is like in the way, so maybe I could just move this down.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But then I kind of feel, if I wouldn't have cut a hole out in this thing, I don't know if the live chat is up or not. Or
I don't see any on this one or that one. So. Let us know you're here, guys. Comment, say hello.
Yeah,
what did everybody get into for the 4th? We did a lot of lake day stuff, got a lot of sun, had a lot of fun with family.
Yeah, so we're gonna cancel tonight's show and go home because I'm
to bed.
Sunburned and wore out. So
I wouldn't call it. Well, I don't guess that's the proper arm to show. I'm not burnt. I got a tiny little tan line.
God almighty, I've heard her complain all day.
I have not complained at all day, but I will tell a smushy side. He gave me a back massage with lotion last night, and I was like, don't do up here. I'm a little burnt.
Unreal.
Y'all don't let him tell you he ain't sweating.
I ain't.
Hey Charlie, Mike and Mary.
I didn't have no drink, so I had to take one of hers. Her Ultra Peachy King.
I can smell it.
Zero sugar, lots of
sugar.
caffeine.
No sugar, bunch of caffeine. Cause
maybe I should start tagging them so they can sponsor me.
I wish Bang would sponsor. God, 2 a day minimum.
I'll get them too.
I was gonna say something in my brain. Oh, I know what I was gonna say and why it left my brain. Over the weekend, I consumed a whole bunch of sugar.
Yeah.
And my brain is foggy. And I don't know if anybody knows, but we're pretty low carb people. So when we start throwing in cakes and pizzas and stuff, I don't know what it does to him. I think it makes his arthritis act up, but it makes my brain act up. I get stupid.
Charlie said, "Hey M&M," it reminded me of the M&M pack I found today. But it was so Mike and Mary, and Mike and Mary said, "You eating a sandwich?" And that's a big no, because I don't got Devin here to make me one.
He didn't even buy any bread, so we couldn't make one if we wanted to.
Yeah, I seen some hot dog buns in there. I don't know where they came from.
Might be there.
They might have been there for a minute. Yeah. But yeah, I see we got nine people on. Probably 1, 2, 3 of them's here.
That one in there is not hooked up. So.
I know we got Charlie here and Mike and Mary.
Glad to have you guys.
Well, I don't know which one it is. It might just be one of them. It might be Mary. Mike might not like to watch.
Mike watches and Mary types.
How's that bill coming? Oh, and there's John.
Hey, John.
Yeah, come back to work and it feels like Monday and it's already TikTok Tuesday.
First thing I said this morning, I was like, it suspiciously feels like a Monday. And then I was like, oh, we got Talk Tech Tuesday.
Talk Tech.
I'm dyslexic too, y'all. Sugar overload. Oh my gosh.
But no, I look forward to it. I love being here with y'all, and that's country right there, y'all.
Mary said you saw El Camino the other day and sang the song.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
Hey, Scott.
There's Scott.
That makes me giggle, thank you.
Go saying hi, he's at the dentist. That's dedication. So, we got 11 people already.
I like it.
I don't know, most of y'all that follow me on Instagram, Facebook, see that we had a guy reach out to me over the weekend, or actually last week. We've talked a couple of times. I don't know how we ran into each other. It was some social media, because I have never met him. But his name is Rex, I guess, Hodgen.
We're not 100% on the pronunciation.
But anyways, it's Rex. He owns T-Rex Garage. That's T-REXX Garage in Marietta, Georgia. And he is a super cool guy. I talked to him several times on the phone today. And he sent me a message last week saying that we needed to get this car going and that he was willing to help. And I was like, man, I don't know. It's like, we're trying to get this done. And then he messaged me today. I said, you know, I'm trying to get it there. I'm stressing out. And he's like, look, don't worry about it. He said, I'll send somebody to come get the car, or if you want to bring it down, then bring it. So I just got to get it down to Marietta. I'm gonna have to borrow a trailer. I don't really want to make him have to drive up here. It's an hour and a half. Don't want to make him drive up here to pick up a car that wasn't his project. But anyways, y'all go check him out. He has an Instagram, and
I didn't write that link down, but I can get it for you.
I'm not sure if he has a Facebook. I know he has a personal Facebook page. I'm not sure if T-Rex Garage has a page, but his Instagram and his Facebook don't really show a lot and don't do a lot of justice, because he's not really a social media type guy from what I gather. But if you go to his webpage, it's pretty nice, and he has some builds on there, and he does everything.
Beautiful
he does
work too.
Paint, body, collision repair, interior stuff. Like, I haven't even went through the whole page and checked all of it out. But great guy. He got in touch with Tammy Miller at Orion already. He's talked with her about getting the colors up here, to get some samples, to spray some samples, to get my approval. But yeah, he's working on that. So we're down to getting the interior.
That was a prayer answered for sure.
Yeah, that was a prayer. We lost interior, but we gained paint, and I have a feeling that God will provide for us. And
we still got prayers in our pocket too.
So,
hey Sandy John, hey Wes, hey Mr. Fireman, welcome to the family.
yeah, it's everybody.
Yeah, love it.
Let's see.
And just in case y'all have lost count, we are 17 weeks to the day from the first day of SEMA. 17 weeks. And he's not really allowed to touch it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because he's got to build cars to make me money.
Yeah. So I have to only build on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know y'all have heard it for a while, and trust me, we only got 107 days left. So if you divide that by 7, that's how many more Tech Talk Tuesdays we got. So you won't have to hear it much longer.
You'll only hear it for 16 more after today, because we got 17 Tuesdays.
So you won't hear about the Galaxy no more. We will hear about my build. I'm still looking if anybody out there has or knows where. I'm looking for either a 40 model, like 38, 39, 40 model Ford coupe, or a 32, 33, or whatever 5-window Ford coupe. Ford. So.
Ford.
Yeah, Ford. I lost a bunch of subscribers then.
We did find out it was a 40, yeah, it was a 40 Ford, but it was only like this big. It was our nephew's little Hot Wheel car.
Oh, I got one in the toolbox over there. It's a 32 Ford. It's a 3-window. Three windows are hard to find, and I don't know if I could fit in a 3-window.
Yeah, they're meant for like
I'll be stuffed in there.
Guys that are like 5'7".
But I wouldn't take a 3-window over a 5-window if I have one.
It's
or
like
a Willis.
being in a short kayak, you just bow them knees out and ride on.
And trust me, every time you see me, I would be in it. 40 model Ford, or that I think it's like 38, 39, 40, maybe 41, preferably 40. And then, like I say, the 32, 33, 34 Ford, 5-window or 3-window. I want it to be my daily driver, and I want it to be era specific. I want flathead V8, everything. 100 horse Mercury flathead V8.
If and when he finds this, it will not be a dedicated time on, gotta have it done, deadline, no, because he's pulling his hair out. So this next project will just be whenever he has time.
Yeah. I am like literally...
He pulled out 5 pounds of hair yesterday, I swear.
I got home and like I asked her, I said, should I brush my hair before I get in the shower? And I was like doing like this, and it was just hair, like a blob. I got in the shower, and when I got out, I was like, look, all this hair came out while I was washing it.
Then
I went into the bathroom and I cleaned my brush, throwed the hair away, and then I started brushing, and then I had a ball of hair from it. I took a picture of it. I am like literally stressed, and it's even making me worry more now that my hair's like falling out.
Just gave him something else to worry about. So.
But this today took a big load off, because I'm like, man, this thing ain't gonna make it. Even though it don't have to be completed for SEMA, it's still stressful. It's horrible. I will be glad when it's over, and I will never do this again.
And Scott, you are on the money. That's all it is stress. It's just stress. And anytime I stress about things, he always tells me, don't worry, they can't eat you, they can't come get you, don't worry about it. So I try not to, and I usually don't see him worry about much of anything, but this build has got him stressed out.
I can't help it. I stay up all night thinking about who I need to message, where I need to find parts, where I need to get this, where I need to do this. I mean, like...
It's become your life, and you're just passionate about it, and you want to make sure it's done properly, and I mean, you want to please your customers. So I get it, and I'm proud of you for it, but I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I will be glad when 17 weeks hits and it's either done or not done.
John said, do we have anything for him?
We are cutting down a 68 dark.
Yeah, and there won't be much cut off of it. It's pretty
beautiful.
Good. I gotta go over it tomorrow. Brandon will be finishing up with the Charger, and I'm gonna get him to cut down the Dart, and then he'll be building the Cuda that you brought back. So,
and then we have a Chevelle after that to cut down. So
if the guy has all the parts. And there won't be much of the Chevelle to cut down, because there's nothing.
There's not much of it now.
I got hiccups.
Uh-oh. Scott said his hair started growing back after his car was done, so that's good news.
Yeah, hopefully mine does. It's not horrible. I'm not wearing a hat because of my hair. I'm just wearing a hat because I'm trying not to keep it up in a band. I don't want to pull on it. I just got it laid up there, but it's mainly like this, one of the sides right here.
Right there.
It's kind of thin right there.
It's already growing back though. You can see the baby hair, so it will come back. With these, I lose a lot of hair too. I wear them for 2 or 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks, I have about as much hair as what he pulled out after 1 weekend, because I braided it up for him so that when we're out on the boat, it wasn't just all over. But still, it being in a braid most of the weekend, he still had, I'd say, significant hair loss for 4 days.
Yeah. Lake hair didn't help either.
Oh no. Diving off rocks and skiing.
But anyways, I know y'all are tired of probably hearing us talk, so I guess we'll jump into, I have the floor tub here, or the floor build, and I've already, when I clocked out at 6 till almost 7 when I had to set everything up, I went ahead and cut and got the other side ready so that hopefully I could cover a good bit tonight on it.
Mary says, less stress, more petting the dogs. It relieves the stress.
Yeah.
Our dogs demand it. Just
getting home to be able to do that. When I get home, it's like eat, shower, bed, whatever. It's this is like the only night that I get to go home at a decent time, because by the time I'm through here, I don't want to go starting into something else, because then I'll be here all night. So if I just start on whatever at 6 o'clock, I can work till 9 or 10, and then I can go home. But since I'll be here till 8 or 9 tonight, I ain't gonna start on nothing.
Sandy John will let you know as soon as we get that car cut down. And Mary says the secretary says she can tell bad days because of the amount of hair sticking up.
Uh-oh.
That's why I put my little bun up, was to hide
She
my
got the honey bun up there. The glazed donut, the
I
honey
had it
bun.
both up and I had like buns on each side.
She looked like Princess Leia.
If she had dreads.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
well, we're 16 minutes in, so I'm gonna grab the camera. We're gonna turn around and let Jibby do some work.
I'm not doing no work, I'm going home.
You gotta do some work.
But first off, when we go over here, I got a question, and that's what Tech Talk Tuesday is about. It's about answering questions, not stressing me with building floors. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. But we do have a question, and it come from Charlie, and he asked today about
What's the difference between a 67 and 68 rear frame rail?
Yes, or floor, or whatever. So I'm going to explain that. Let me find my mathematical book and all that stuff. No, I'm not going to do the mathematical book and all, because I might lose some of y'all. You know, E equals MC cubed. Okay, this is a 69 floor. And obviously, everybody knows the typical thing about 67, 68, 69. 68 and 69 has the rear shock mount on one side and the front shock mount on one side. 67 has both of them in line. So you have this same hump on this side. Instead of the shock mount being back here, it's right here. That's your basic thing. Well, let me, rear floor, instead of angling straight up 90, it's on like a 45 on the rear floor. But now we'll get to what he's talking about, because he said he knows the obvious. He said he knew the obvious as to shock tower mounts. If it'll stay.
Crank it down a little bit.
I ought to put like a little T-handle here. That way I wouldn't have to carry around a wrench. But the rear frame rail on this side, oh no, it's that side.
Just kidding.
Okay, so on the 67, it has this same hump on that side. So the 67 frame rail that you buy is the 67, both of them come, let me think, I'm trying to think how it is. That's why I didn't have her respond earlier to you when you asked about it, and I said we would explain tonight. The 67 frame rail is already at the correct length, and on that side, they're both the same when you buy them for a 67. The 68, you have to modify it, both of them. Both of the frame rails right here are shorter on a 68. So you buy the 69 frame rail, which is this length, and you have a template. This is one that I made, and somebody actually asked me about this, and I emailed them one. I took a picture of it to scale and sent it to them, so that they would be able to use it to make theirself a template to do this. So this thing sticks in there, and it just goes up against it flush, and then you just scribe around it. Let me see y'all do it. So you just scribe up that, over, and then up that line. So what you'll do is just cut that cut that over, cut that up. Then this is actually, see how this is angled? You'll draw that on there, cut that. You'll fold that down to represent that piece, and then you can cut that, or you can leave it and just fold that in to represent that piece, and all it does is move it back that distance on the 68s to make a 68 floor, or 68 frame rails.
From the 69.
69.
Yeah.
These are sold as 68 and 69 frame rails, but they don't work on a 68. You have to modify them both sides. 67 comes already modified, but the frame rail is different. The trick is, if you're building a 68 Camaro, buy the right side frame rail for a 67, and then buy a 68 frame rail for the other side for your 68, and modify that one frame rail.
Oh.
Not sure if y'all get what I mean. 67's correct, 68's not, 69 are correct. So the 67 on this side is the same on the right side.
So the right-hand side 67 will work on a 68.
So when you're buying 68 frame rails, buy a 67 right side, and you won't have to modify it, and then buy the 68, 69 left side, and you only have to modify one frame rail.
That's beautiful.
Erin didn't know that, or she would have been ordering them, and we wouldn't have to be cutting both of them.
True that. Now I do. I'm about
But
to
now
save y'all
she
some
learned
time.
something, and you guys learned something.
So thank you for that question, Charlie. You just saved the shop a little money.
That's why I didn't explain it on through text or email, because it's...
I would not have been able to type that out.
about
Be
busting my
careful.
butt.
OSHA.
So, yeah, right on my thing.
So Charlie, let us know if that made any sense.
Yeah, let us know if it made sense. If it didn't, I'll try to explain it another way. I don't know. So I'm going to flip this thing around and start on the... I don't know which one is not working.
Hey G, welcome.
Maybe I can do it like this. Usually I don't, but if I can do it right here, it might be a little easier.
NorCal says thank you for the template.
Is that who got it?
Yep.
So
And-
he's on. So there you go. I am a nice guy sometimes.
Charlie said that both of his are stamped 67L and 67R.
If it's
So if he has a 68, he cannot use the 67 left-hand side?
yeah, because the left-hand side on the 67 is different right here.
So he will need to return
You'll
that
have to turn
and get a
the
68
left and get a 68
left.
and let me know, and I'll send you, Charlie, a
The
template, because I love you. So I can send you a template, or like I told him, I said I can mail him one. I just don't know what it costs. I can cut one out and I can mail it.
He said, I'll be going the staggered shock route without a problem then, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Because your 68 floor is going to be just like
his
this.
is a 67.
Oh,
So he's got a 67 L and R.
so he's good.
He's good.
If it's 67, you don't have to modify neither one of them.
Okay. Hey Paradise, welcome.
You do have to have a 67 floor too.
Yeah.
Because trunk floor, this is the 69. All three trunk floors in the Camaro are totally different. 60, 67, both of them are in line. 68, staggered with 45 tail, and 69 is staggered with a 90 tail.
So he would need a 68 floor if he's going to go the staggered route?
If he's going to go staggered with it, he would need, if he's trying to stagger it and change it, which I don't know, it should be possible. If he's going to stagger it, he's going to need a 68 floor, and he's going to need a 68 frame rail, and keep the 67.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be one for you to explain further if he has additional questions.
He'll have to change the left-hand frame rail to a 68, and he'll have to buy a 68 floor. 68 floor and a 68 rail on the left side and a 67 on the right side. And then I'll send him the template to cut the other one.
He said he's got the DSE mini tub.
Why didn't you get mine?
Oh.
Unreal. Oh God. Unreal.
In trouble immediately.
Alright, I ain't sending you no template.
Yep, the template is now $75.
Call AMD, get them to explain it.
We're just kidding, Charlie.
I'm just playing. Okay, let me find my safety glasses so I can.
Let me put mine on, because I know Miss Deaton will get on my tail.
She will.
She will.
My dad will.
Yeah.
I ain't seen my dad.
I ain't seen none of your family. They're all still hung over.
I was checking, looking at what's on there.
We're kidding about that too. I don't think anybody in the Mays family really drinks anymore. These safety glasses are dirty, so I gotta be lazy for a second.
So, let me see. Yeah.
He said he bought it 3 years ago. That was before you had it ready, so. Excuses, Charlie.
Yes, excuses. So, let me see. I've got so much stuff everywhere. I will be glad when all this stuff's moved.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen, he's got a collection going on over here.
That's Galaxy parts, some Camaro stuff, and then my regular box. But when I do finally market my tub kit, I think I'm going to make a little template to go on here. But basically, it is 2 3/4 is what you would mark. But I always try to not go exactly 2 3/4.
You go under or over?
I go under, so, because you never know about the floor. And like this one, typically the mark, if it's anywhere past the break of this, it's probably not correct, because it usually falls there. I've done so many of them. So I just put my tape measured in 2 3/4 and all the way around. And then I get me a flexible thing. I just made this out of a piece of sheet metal, and I lay it on there and basically just bend it on my marks. Yeah, basically, and then I scribe it. And I'm gonna make, down here you usually come in about the same as what it would be 2 3/4. It's about right there. That goes straight down, and then this is just radiused over. I'm gonna make a template for that. That's why I say I'm gonna make a paper template that you can lay on here and you can scribe it. But I usually do it by eye, or you can take this and just do the same radius right there. Me though, when I do it, because I build 9 million of them, I have a piece of the floor that I already cut out. What I did was drill all the spot welds, and then I did my template. I did, like I said, with this, laid it on there, got all the lines, cut this out good, and now I just throw it on there and I scribe it. And as you can see, it's right there at my marks.
Nice.
So it saves me time and everybody else in the shop, because time is money. And as you can see, it ended right there at my mark. I'm a little bit over my mark, as I say, I always like to mark it inside all the way down.
Charlie and Scott and Paradise both said that was a good cover for Charlie saying he bought it 3 years ago.
Yeah. This is the opposite side, which, like I say, if you see, it'd go right in there. And I've got to where I usually leave this corner a little big, and I work it later when I cut, and you'll see when I do it over here when I cut this out. And I also have templates for the front piece, which I'll get into in a minute after I get that cut. I don't know which one I want to use. If I want to use the hot rod.
Yeah.
I actually got a new toy this weekend, or last Friday, or one day, one of those days.
When you work every single day, you don't know what day it is.
It's a belt sander.
Oh yeah, you didn't even show me that.
And that thing is, I looked it up this morning to see how versatile it was, because it looks like it's versatile. And the price of it is like $600, $700. It's ridiculous. Right now I'm drilling out my spot welds. That way when I cut this off, it'll come out of the way without me having to try to cut through all this thick metal that's underneath here and not see what I'm doing. So I like to get all this here, and when I cut it, I can take it out of the way and then I can see what I'm cutting underneath. So I'm just... And I could save this and use it as another template. But I have a bunch. If I did millions of them, I would just sell this thing with my tub kit. That way you could just throw it up there and cut yours. It'd make it easy.
Probably wouldn't add much to shipping.
It probably what?
Probably wouldn't add much to shipping, because you're already shipping metal.
Yeah. All right, show's over. It's time to go home.
Speaking of shipping metal, I know last week we talked about doing a quote for a Camaro Floor build assembly. I've done that.
Am I interrupting your...
No, you're fine.
Oh, you can talk.
That looks fun.
Looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to break a sweat.
The only thing I'm lacking in completing the floor assembly quote is I'm still waiting on the warehouse to let me know how much the shipping would be. There are 5 zones that we ship to, and they're putting that together for me, but I think we could probably get a good floor built for around $3,000. And looking at a lot of the other vendors, they range from $1,500 from really thin gauge material, which I do not recommend, all the way up to some builds are like almost $4,000. So we're kind of in the middle, but we do a really, really good job at what we do.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut on the inside of my line. That way I can adjust. It's a whole lot easier to take away metal than it is to add metal. So I'm gonna cut on the inside. And I'm gonna try not to make a boo-boo on live with y'all with this thing, because it will hurt you. I've said that every time.
Knock on wood.
You can tell how fast it goes through it.
It just like a hot knife through butter.
Now, like I said, down here, I like for my wheelhouse to fit good. So I usually I get to where it's the straightaway, and then I just kind of make my own radius in here, and I don't follow the original. I should adjust it. One day I probably will, but I'm gonna change this one out because it's pretty close and it needs it anyways.
Your wheel's worn? Ish.
I could put a bigger one on here, but that is really, really dangerous. So I just stick with the 3-inch. So I'm gonna cut straight in right here. Now I'm gonna go up, but I want you to stand out of the way.
Yeah.
That's when it gets dangerous, when you start trying to make curves, because it flexes this and it will sling it. So you might want to go.
Trying to use the floor as a shield.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I'm stuck. I'm trying to find out where I'm stuck at. Oh, I couldn't.
Something's hanging on.
It's a spot weld. It's all the spot welds. It is hanging on.
Low hanging fruit.
Let me get my air hammer and see if I can knock it off without.
It's gonna get loud.
And I see something that's holding it. I forgot there's some spot welds on the outside out here that had to be drilled. I forgot about them.
Oh yeah.
So. I'm gonna go ahead and drill them. That's too noisy. Let me find my wrench, my adjustable, my crescent wrench, my monkey wrench,
I've always called it a crescent wrench. What do y'all call it?
adjustable monkey wrench.
Right before you changed it, Scott said that disc on Hot Rod looks real small.
Yeah, Hot Rod was getting a little small.
They've seen those small discs explode.
Yeah, they will too. They'll explode just like the big one, but the big one has more chance of it because it has more flex.
I'm assuming you can like feel it when it releases the weld.
Yeah. That's why I use it, and I know where to drill, so I don't really go all the way through in case I wanted to reuse that and put a piece on. But like spots that don't need drilling all the way through, I just have a feel for it. I could, if I would have drilled all the way through, it would have drilled off a whole lot easier. But I just have a habit of drilling it with this way because I'm used to drilling stuff and wanting to save the bottom layer. Monkey wrench or crescent wrench are whatever. Adjustable or whatever, I don't know.
All of them.
Usually I would be up on my stool doing this with it up in the air because I don't like to work with this cutter coming straight at my face. But for videoing purposes,
for you guys, we dropped the safety.
Yeah, we'll do it this way. That way, but like I say, I wouldn't recommend doing this thing with it at your face. Now this, the inside one right here, I'm just gonna cut it up. Let me grab my Sharpie. My finger's so big. I'm just gonna cut it along there, and then right here I'm gonna walk out and cut along there over, and then I'm gonna cut that off all the way around. But this part right here where I cut, you can hammer that piece back in there once you get it cut. Instead of trying to worry about getting down in there and cutting it, I cut it away, then I'll just knock it up in there out of the way. So I'm going to. Pretty much there. I'm gonna change it so I can get down in the one little spot that's deep. Like I said, that's pretty thick, and this thing ate right through it like it was nothing.
Oh Lord, that disc just disappeared though. It ate the disc all the heck too.
Yeah, it will. Especially running it that fast and not letting it just
go
around.
12 and
yeah. So there's actually this little lip in here that you got to cut. If you want to get in there, you can see it. I just cut in that corner to that corner up through there. So yeah, it's all except for the plug wells right there. That's pretty thick.
It's a lot of metal. Go-Go says he's back with a temporary crown.
Uh-oh. So like I said, this right here sticks out. You can hammer it back in there. And right here, I'm just going to make it easier. I'm gonna just cut this off so I can lay my template up here so that I can mark the bottom to cut the bottom side of the frame rail.
I'm hiding behind his toolbox.
Not really hiding, because that's not good. So,
somewhat of a shield.
now I have that. I got to go up with it. There was something I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Today, I posted on the Instagram and Facebook about taking the seat apart on the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And in the back of the seat there was an old M&M wrapper, and the Varsity, which is a old restaurant or whatever. I don't know what
old fashioned.
Old fashioned, like hot dogs, hamburgers.
When you walk in, they scream at you. They go, "What do you have?"
Yeah. So there was one of them in there, and it was like 2 hot dogs were 45 cents. Like a cheesesteak sandwich was like 35 cents or something.
A large cola was 15 cents. And tell them the weird thing that was on the menu.
Yeah, they had on the menu buttermilk. Like 15 cents for a buttermilk. But it was down in there, and it's in Atlanta. So it was crazy that this car, the Galaxy, had that in there. But when I posted it, I said, I found my car's build sheet. I think this car was number 89 when it was built. Need help decoding it. But I had to put on there that it was a joke, because I did a video.
Just kidding, just kidding. Disclaimer.
I did a video on actually this Camaro that I'm building. When I cut it down in the back, there was a dome light in it that was out of like an RV or a minivan or old van that swiveled, and it was still on the piece of wood, and it had like a velour headliner in it, and this piece of wood was screwed up there with these dome lights that rotate and shine like out of an old van.
The little round ones that look like a bug eyeball or something.
Yeah, I said
airplane light.
I said, rare Camaro, 69 Camaro, I need help finding this dome light. I can't find it nowhere. And like, people literally took me serious and was on there like, you're an idiot, this, you can get that out of J.C. Whitney and blah blah blah.
That's an RV light. That's not a real Camaro light. Like, no joke, guys.
But the video got like thousands of views because of me being stupid and acting stupid. But anyways,
Mr. Fireman says he calls it a crescent wrench.
Yeah, crescent wrench. Good old crescent wrench.
Croissant?
Yeah, croissant. Croissant. I got to shave. Like, this is like,
you a woolly booger.
Man, it's great.
Fluffy.
But anyways,
there it is.
This is how my tub kit is. It's these. 2 of them.
Beautiful.
Comes with these. These are the plates. And then there'll be 2 these. Now, I call this one the long one because it's long. So it gets the short one. And then the short one gets the long one, which I'll mark them in the kit. Number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. But anyways, short, long, long, short. And what I do is get me a scribe. It's not rocket science. I put this up here and I just kind of get it lined up with the front. Kind of basically where it's lined up, and this is near the front, and then I just mark the frame rail inside there. So basically right in here. I'll flip it over. But anyways, like I say, just wherever that ends up, as you can see, it's better to cut a little bit back. Now I'll rotate it so that I can lay this on there and show you how it is. I hate having to undo this thing every time.
Sorry. If it wasn't live, we would edit this little section out.
I don't know if I like doing videos that ain't live because I don't really know what to say when I'm not live.
Yeah.
At least this way I feel like I'm talking with somebody and I can walk around and talk and share other stuff, and then it's more interactive. But anyway.
Wes says it's an adjustable crescent monkey wrench.
Heck yeah. That's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, best answer of the night.
Ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner from the varsity.
What do you have?
So my mark was right there. I take this long side, gets the short one, and I put it up here. I line the mark up with the end of it, and then I line this up with the back of the frame rail. Basically, I line it where it breaks, and it's not rocket science. Just cut it right there. And what I'm gonna do is I can just draw a line down. I'm gonna cut that, and this right here, from the point of right here to the point of up there, you're gonna scribe it, and that's gonna be your cut. And that's to allow the wheel radius on your thing though. But anyways, my kit's similar. Theirs is good. I ain't knocking them by no means. Their kit's good, it works, it's been working. I just made mine as one piece with 2 patterns, 3 patterns, and it's simpler. Clean, less welding.
We like clean, we like simple, we like less welding.
Hot rods again, hot rod. So I'm gonna cut this back up. Like I say, I cut on the inside of the line. That way I can grind it and make it, when I look down it, I can see it level. So I don't know you about. I don't know if y'all remember the night we were talking about eating something, and we were talking about eating olives.
Yep, olives.
And my dad said that he
would not.
You couldn't make him eat an olive. I almost made him eat an olive this weekend. I gave him he is a huge Holman and Moody fan, and Fred Lorenzen is his hero. I got him a Fred Lorenzen 65 Galaxy model or die cast, and it was sent to Fred Lorenzen's home in Illinois. He signed it and sent it back. I bought it for my dad, and I carried it up there, and the week before I carried it and I got it here, Erin asked me, she said, what is it with you making your dad cry? You sure do like to make him cry, because he was crying over the Home and Moody tag, so I knew he was gonna cry over this. I said, I was gonna tell him that it was payback for all the times that he made me cry when I was a kid. So it was payback. But anyways, I gave him the Holman & Moody Fred Lorenzen 65 Galaxy, and I got it on video. But I was gonna tell him that he cannot have the gift that I brought to him unless he ate an olive. And I was gonna put it live and put it on here so y'all can see that he did eat an olive, which he hasn't. But I've got other stuff in store, and he's gonna eat an olive, I promise you. Back to building, back to building.
That just wasn't the present that required the olive.
Yeah, I'm still working on another present. I found they sold it on Meckham, and I'm trying to find out who bought it so I can go buy it. And then that one, he already knows what it is because I showed it to him and I told him I was trying to get it. If I get it, he's gonna eat an olive for it. It's a book with like 27 NASCAR drivers in it, like Bobby Allison, Ralph Moody, Lee Hallman, Fred Lorenzen.
Bill Elliott in there?
Don't think so.
Aww.
This is like before his era.
Oh.
But anyways, if I do find that and end up buying it for him, he's gonna eat an olive. Going to eat an olive. Let's see. Give my.
Mike and Mary asked if anybody had experience with Ford wiring, an 86 T-Bird.
Uh-oh. American Auto Wire. I just did the unboxing.
Yep.
Did American Auto Wire.
All their stuff is just easy to use, labeled.
I was checking the power on that because if I lose power on the tablet,
Oh, you lose
I didn't charge it when I charged the battery to the GoPro.
We're on 41 on the tablet and 43 on the GoPro.
So, got it basically cut out. I think I'll roll it back over, and I can grind on it and fine tune it. We're on what on the GoPro?
42. 41 on the tablet.
Oh.
It's the table.
Like this.
Something was grumbling.
Sound like a horror film. I guess I'll leave it right there. Somewhere.
I like it when you leave it right there. I know that's not what they say.
Unreal. Unreal.
Sound like a whale. Oh.
Usually I don't keep my big hammer over here, but I pulled it out especially for this. So that piece there I said sticking out, I'm gonna weld on it a little bit and I'm gonna get it back behind there. So this is like what I said that I don't like people to see when I'm working on their cars, because they're like,
You're beating the hell out of my car.
This is probably what they were doing to Go-Go's tooth.
Oh.
When he was in there, they were probably beating on it. It's pretty much behind it. I'm gonna work it down here a little more. And that there I ain't gonna hammer because I'm gonna end up splitting it, and then I'll fold that out to meet up with the other piece. This piece right here. a little grinding. But I can get my piece and I can stick it up there and see what I'm looking like. And with this piece here is a lot bigger around the outside. It's not a lot bigger, but I left a little bit around it, around the edges, because all the floors are different. They might be different heights, and I left it a little big, so once you get it tacked on, you can just sand it down to the level and then weld it out. But it pretty much in there, the bend is a little bit over bent, but once you start welding it, you can push it back or clamp it and pull it back to it and start welding it. But it's pretty close. You can see in here, it's where it's at. That right there, it'll get split, that there, and this will go in. And then these holes right here, you can see they're right there where that piece is that I hammered, and you just plug weld them. It's a little extra, but really ain't needed. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit.
It's in the yellow on the battery. Down to 39.
So, well, I'm gonna sand it.
Mr. Fireman 164 does have a video where he adds a little extra steel into the frame rail, so if y'all want to go see it, check him out.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, anybody that's watching that hasn't been here before, go check out Mr. Fireman's YouTube channel. He does the same kind of stuff, and has been doing some modding and stuff. Go-Go does the same.
It's nice to see y'all have a few differences in how y'all do things, so I like watching everybody.
Yeah, so go check them out. And like I said, go check out T-Rex Garage. Check him out. Give him a like, a follow, a shout out, you know. He's been good to me.
Wes said, yeah, Mr. Fireman boxed those suckers in. They hauled a bulldozer.
Yeah, he did. So I'm just working it back, and usually I have the floor up, and that way I can look down it and I can see it, and I can tell if it's straight up and down, because you want it pretty much straight up and down. And if you got less than that in here on the frame rail, something's wrong, because that's about what you'll have on both sides as far as the frame rail on the bottom. So but so you can just keep working this piece in here. I'm gonna have to grind that and get it back. Like I said, I like to leave a good bit, but I need to grind that back so that gets further back in there.
But like you said, it's easier to take it off than it is to put it back on.
Yeah. So let me see. I'll get this other one. Since it's about that time, I'm gonna grab the other one and go on the other side and show it. Let me find my wrench. Since we're about to lose the battery, I don't want it to cut off on us, and we can save it and finish it up next week.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and get one side tacked in, and then I can do the other one and tack it in and weld it out. So I don't know if I guess you might go to see it from there. This side over here. So basically, I've got this side pretty much close, and I went ahead and sprayed it because I don't, about rust or anything. But I pretty much got it up in there, and this piece will lay in there, and it'll get tacked along the bottom. That piece there, I cut it. So I cut it right there. I'm gonna bend that piece out, and then I'm gonna lay it back, and I'll end up trimming it out and make that flow. And this right here, once I get tacking, it'll get tack along the edge, and then I'll grind all that round, and all this will get pulled down the same flush down here. Then I'll end up cutting that off and welding it, but I'll clamp that and pull it back where it needs to be. And then up here, you can tell it's got a little bit of a gap, little distance here and right here. But like I say, when you get it on here and you start tacking it, and you'll see next week we'll tack it, and then I'll grind that down, and it'll fit good. And then we'll work out this piece. And then, like I say, the same thing here, welds. So, but that's it, and it's pretty much straight up and down. If you look down the front to the back, it's pretty much straight up and down.
I agree.
Somewhat. It probably needs some more tuning, but that's pretty much it. And we'll pick up next week on finishing it out. Like I said, I'll go ahead and get one side started into a point where I can work on one side, and then I can jump on the other side and show you how it would turn out in the end. So we'll head back over here, chat for a minute. Erin's rushing me out.
I am not.
She's saying it's time to go. I'm just playing. She ain't saying it's time to go. But I gotta get back over here. I'm tired.
That good? That good?
Yeah, I think.
We'll catch up on the comments I missed. I tried.
I wish you guys could like talk to us. Oh, my dad made it.
Where?
Right there.
I'll be done.
Unreal.
Victory Glass Tinting. I know we talked about, this is Dennis. I know we've talked about him. He did the tinting on the Galaxy window, so I'm using his pen today. All right, we talked about that. We talked about, the 32 estimate. I'm still working on that. Guys, I didn't realize when we left Tech Talk Tuesday last Tuesday to finish out the work week, I didn't get it all done. I thought I could, and I tried to harbor all the she-raw powers. I just didn't make it. I didn't make it all the way through. But like I said, on the floor build, we're thinking around 3,000 plus shipping and handling. And I did want to say that Popeye's not here tonight. He's in Oklahoma. I think he's flying back tomorrow, so he might be in Tech Talk Tuesday next week.
Yeah, but like they were saying, like helping people. My dad always like you said, everybody in the town takes their stuff to my dad, and he fixes it. And that's me. I like helping people. I get more out of helping people than I do being helped or anything else. I mean, that's just me. I would rather help people.
It always seems to come back to you tenfold. Like, I mean, it might take time. It's not like you. I don't know what I'm saying, but
I get angry sometimes, like Facebook, because I've been on there helping people, and then people get on there, and you always got the one that's just gonna dog you out about whatever you do and whatever, and half the time they don't even know how to build a car. But I just I let it
take it personal.
I let it go. It gets to me, and I start typing, and I want to go at them, and then I'm like, delete. I'm just not even going to go there. I'm like, thank you, have a blessed day, whatever. I don't understand the groups when there's a group of people like the Camaro groups, and everybody's on there, and they post a picture. First thing somebody does is, I don't like that. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? It's not your car.
Why'd you stop and comment if you didn't like it? Just move on.
Yeah, just move on. Why sit there? They're trolling for problems. Just like the Galaxy, I posted it on some group. I posted it and shared it to a bunch of groups with the big 20-inch rim.
Don't do that.
20-inch rim is not big on muscle car, and it's just, they were big back years ago, but they're not big no more. 20's on the rear, 18's on the front. It's going to give it that stance.
Looks good. And if you don't think it looks good, just move on.
People were commenting, please don't put that rubber band tire on there, or don't do that. I'm like, it's whatever, you know. It ain't going to get a rubber band tire. It's going to get a 3-inch sidewall tire.
But that's not even for us to decide.
Yeah.
We build it like the customer wants it. So all we're doing is just showing you the progress of each project that's in the shop. We don't choose any of it. We build for the customer, so.
Yep. I just don't understand people, if they ain't got nothing nice to say, just why not move on?
We do it too. We have to learn how to bite our tongue every now and then. We let some pretty
I bite
bad thoughts happen.
I bite mine all the time.
Mr. Fireman says everyone brings something to the table. 100. Yes. And Charlie said, finding out after the fact, so many things I've already welded should have been screwed together first.
Yes. I hardly ever weld anything until the end of the build.
Charlie said he's got a question before we say bye-bye.
Oh, well, we're good. Whenever you got a question.
He ain't asked it, I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Oh.
And the Go-Go says, being able to help one another, amen. That's the biggest part. And hey, Ken, how you doing?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like, you guys, I don't know everything. I say it all the time. I am not a pro at this. I am not nobody special. I build cars. I build them probably more cars than most people out there. And I don't mind showing you my way that I do it, that I find makes it easier. You might have a way that is easier and better than mine, and that's why I enjoy checking out you guys' channels and seeing what you got. That way I can take it and I can go share it and be like, hey, this is how you do that, and then I get all the fame.
But you always got to be willing to learn from others. That's how you grow as a person. And then also, one thing I found when I was in the aeronautic industry was a lot of the mechanics that I was working with were like, I know how to do this, and I'm not going to teach you how to do this, because if I know how to do it and you don't, I'm more important than you. And I was like, dude, you think I'm going to sell it? This was back before Facebook. Like, just help me out. I'm trying to build an airplane right beside you, not to take your job.
I like sharing it because, like I say, people, I can tell you I can sit here and teach you how to build a car, and I can tell you what I do and how to do it.
Some and
there's still going to be people ringing that phone in there to bring their car to me to build. It's not like me showing you how to build a car is taking anything off my plate.
Mike and Mary said, working together for a common love of cool auto.
Yeah, I love cars. I wish I could save them all. Trust me. I talk about cars I want all the time, and I got people that are messaging me saying, I got this car, you need this and that. And I am like, yes, I love it. I would love to build it. I want it. But then I take myself back and I'm like, is it really what I want? I am not going to pile a bunch of cars up that I want just because I want them. My next car and only project until I finish it is going to either be the 32, 33 or the 40 model Ford coupe. I want a coupe.
My project, which will be your project. Our next two vehicles are going to be what we want, we're going to try to be smart and not do impulse. Oh, that's cool, let's get that. if I don't want to be in it every single day, like he said, I want to drive it every single day. So we're going to get what we want, and we're going to slowly build them.
Maybe.
Charlie said, for those that have done mini tubs on your cars, what are you using for upper shock mounts after you've cut away the factory mounts?
Yeah. We've put in, I don't know what it is. I think it's a DSE.
Yeah. Paradise said DSE has a new cross member for it.
Yeah, there's one that's like a bolt-in or a weld-in. I've used it a few times, and then I've done the 4-link setup on some of them. But a lot of people that are getting them tubbed through us are putting them on like Ride Tech frames and stuff.
Yeah,
so
somebody said, let's see, Charlie said that GoGo's option was Ride Tech. He said he has a competition engineering cross member, still seems to need a pair of holes in the trunk floor to accept the top stud of the shock though.
One day I hope to have more machines, because I want to develop my own stuff for the tub kits, for the 4 links and all that, and I would love to build frames. I would love to have a plasma or a water jet.
Oh, yes,
because if I had it, I wouldn't have to call over and get them to cut out my patterns for this.
I would be doing it because I'm going to be the water jet operator.
I can. There's like, I got so much stuff in my head that I want to build that I could build with it. I just don't have the money to go out and buy a table. I wouldn't need a big one because all of it's just going to be plates and stuff. All these parts for these cars. But anyways,
MR says thanks for taking your time for this. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. And Rides by Design TV's back. Hey, how are ya?
Yeah, I went and checked out the Rides by Design.
Yeah, we did too. We watched quite a few videos.
Yeah, and commented on some. So I like that.
So y'all go check him out. He's got some cool videos too.
Yup. Got cars lined up out there. So let's see.
GoGo's car's not tubbed, but he did use the Ride Tech and left the shock locations original.
I was gonna ask you, GoGo, if your car was tubbed.
Nope.
Was you planning on tubbing your car? Because if you're gonna tub your car, I want to send you a tub kit.
Yeah.
I want to send you one for everything that you've done for me, all the stuff that you bought for me. I want to send you a tub kit. And I meant to ask you last week or whatever, we was talking about something, and I meant to ask if you had a tub kit, because
if you want a tub kit,
if you want one, I want to send you one of mine, and you can do a video on installing it, and I can tell you how, and you can do a video on installing it, and we're good. And I still have a giveaway that I said I was going to do when I reached 1,000 subscribers on my channel. I was going to tub somebody's 67, 68, 69 Camaro, but I want to be able to tub that car without having to do trunk floors, quarter panels, anything like that. I want to be able to climb around in the trunk and do it like a person would do it at home.
Yeah, an at-home build. How would you tub an at-home build car?
Like
so that's how we want to do that.
Like a few people I've talked to that have cars, they're in the process of building them and they're doing all this stuff. I want one, and it's obviously going to have to be somebody close because I can't afford to pay for it to come here. Now, if somebody wants to pay to send their car here to get it done, then I would do it because I need that car to make a video doing the tub kit, for the instructions, taking the pictures, and that car would be featured in the instruction manual on how to do it and the YouTube on how to tub it, because it's easy to do it out here, out in the open. I ain't having to worry about nothing. It gets really complicated when you're in the car trying to make all those cuts while inside of a car in the trunk.
So it would be useful for anybody trying to do that from home. I think GoGo said he was leaving it.
Yeah, he says he's leaving it.
Should have did my vert when it was there. That was the plan.
Uh-oh.
No, but we did your quarters and all, right?
Yeah, we did the quarters and stuff.
We're trying to do it on a car that's not getting completely taken apart.
Yeah.
Ken's right, you never stop learning.
Let's see. On Amazon, if anyone is looking for a mic.
Oh, Mr. Fireman says, how long have you been with Juvie,
Oh, yeah.
Aaron? Well, we made it official in 2013. How long have we known each other?
A long time.
Well, yeah, I don't even know when-ish.
Like middle schools and elementary school, middle school, somewhere
But I finally
in that
snatched
area.
him up in 2013. I've seen him around town, and I always thought he was adorable, and I was like, man, I want him, but he always had a girlfriend, and then I heard he was single, and I was like, Mir, and here he is.
Unreal. But we've been married for 7,
We got married in 15.
15, yeah, so see, I'm
7
lost.
years.
7 years. So this coming up will be 7-year anniversary.
Yes.
So
But 9 together.
9 together, 7 years married.
Golly.
So it's getting about time to
Update.
update.
Stop being. Can I stay in the house?
She's almost. Never mind. I was going to tell you how old she was. She's almost.
I actually wrote that down. Y'all, there are 60 days until I'm 40.
Yep.
I'm so nervous.
It's time to upgrade. She's almost 40.
60 days left in my 30s.
If that was the case, she should have upgraded with me about 3 years ago, because I'll be 43. Let's see.
I still love you.
Unreal. Let's see.
Emma,
Yeah.
are you an aircraft mechanic? I'm originally from Pittsburgh and moved to Georgia to work as an aircraft mechanic. I work for the large airline located in Atlanta. I was an aircraft mechanic, and then I was a sonic technician, and then I became an aeronautic engineer, all in Milledgeville, Georgia. It was Northrop Grumman, Triumph, Aerostructures. We did work for Boeing. I worked in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for a little bit, did some work in South Carolina with Boeing, about 10-year span, and then they had 4 or 5 layoffs, and I think I got caught in the 5th one after 10 years, so hung up my aircraft hat.
Yeah, I did it there for a while.
Yeah, you
My
built-
dad actually worked at Delta in
For a
Atlanta
long time.
for a long time. He was a machinist for Delta. So, let's see.
Yeah, Scott's all
Yes.
over the aeronautic stuff.
What's on,
What
who's
is
on the
what,
bike?
Paradise? What are we talking about? Puppies. I need to know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh, puppies.
I love puppies. Is F-35 program, is that a fighter jet? I'm gonna let Scott answer. I worked on Global Hawk, which is a helicopter. No, Global Hawk is the unmanned airplane.
aircraft. Black
Hawk
Hawks
was the
and
helicopter, and then
the B-22 Ospreys.
I did a little B-22. You did a lot of B-22.
I did the B-22s, the nose cones, the gas tanks.
The one I worked on the most was the C-17, which is the biggest capacity military plane, and that sucker is it's my favorite. It's beautiful, and I don't know if it's still a fact, but the first one ever made when I left the aeronautic industry was still in the Army, still working, not retired yet. Like, just, excuse me, but badass airplanes.
No. The baddest airplane ever is the A-10 Warthog. I love the A-10. If I could buy or have any airplane in the world, it would be an A-10.
We did some commercial airliners.
Our Cub.
too. Did you work on the commercial
Yeah, I worked
ones?
on them.
777.
The 777s.
787. 787 Dreamliner is a pretty phenomenal commercial airline too.
I worked in trim shop.
Yeah, he cut it up and
I cut parks, trim shop,
I
dies,
drilled,
and
I did repairs. Repairs were one of my funnest memories of working there. It's like if it de-lambed, I got to put it together, and then you had to sonic it like ultrasound, and it was just a bunch of fun.
somebody.
Paradise said he's an old fart.
57.
57's not old. Don't
No.
tell me that's old. No.
So Ed Luther said, "What is your opinion on the quality and the fit of the AMD 69 2-inch cowl hood?" I haven't had any issues with it.
They're made well.
It's made well. We've I think since I've been here doing this, I think we've probably only done one. Typically we don't do the front end metal, but if I was going to go with any, it would be the AMD.
I was just speaking from when I worked at AMD, having to unbox them. The hoods are really sturdy.
Yeah.
As far as fitment though, I can't answer any questions.
Yeah,
on that.
the fitment's good. I think the only thing that I've had any issue with on the 69 Camaros as far as front end metal is the fenders. They take some mod, and then the header panel on it. The header panel it's kind of crazy. That's why I was hoping that whoever bought this Camaro, the 69 that I'm building, if they wanted front sheet metal, that way I could do the front end and show how to fix that stuff. But eventually I will get to that and show how to do that. But I think we have this sold. I'm not sure. I know somebody supposed to be coming
Friday or Saturday
to look at the shop, and they're supposed to be bringing money to put a deposit down on it, and they want the front sheet metal, but I won't be able to put it together because they don't want the subframe in the rear end. They just want the new body, and they're going to put it on a Rochester shop chassis or something like that, because they are talking about building a Rustomod blower car. So
he was really fun to talk to.
Yeah.
He seemed very excited, which gets us excited. So we'll keep y'all posted. I guess next Tuesday we'll be able to give you an update on that.
So if it's sold, it's going to be going pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I probably will have time to do more videos because, like I said, Laura Levine is going to a body shop. They're going to do the body work. I've just got to worry about getting the
dash panel
wired, the photos and stuff for all that, for Modern Riding, and working on getting other sponsors to make this car complete. But I don't know what we're looking at. Aaron got up just a minute ago to check on the...
It was at 15%.
So it's all right, but I think we're probably fixing to go because we've been running for an hour and a half, pretty much.
And we still got 25 folks. So again, thank you guys for joining us every Tuesday. It's really awesome. And it gives us people to talk to. Kind of feels like we're having a little powwow. Juby's right. It would be really cool if y'all could talk back.
Yeah. That way I could hear we're classics.
MR does English wheel work. That's cool.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Mary, I'm going to be 39 again. I refuse to say I'm turning that other number.
Craig wants to send me to the Hot Rod Academy or the Hot Rod Institute or whatever, because he wants me to learn metal forming. I would love to learn it. I know how to form some. I can do crazy stuff with the anvil and a hammer, vise, brake. I can do some crazy stuff, but I would love to really get into it.
Yeah, learn some of the crazy
Even though I'm
tricks.
getting old and my hands are getting tired, it's...
How old is Craig? 74, and he's still out here whipping?
Yeah. So hopefully I'm still doing that. I don't know, or at least enough that I can stand and tell somebody that's working here how to do it and where to go. So
yeah.
I'm hoping for that. I'm praying. But yeah, I want it. We got an English wheel back there. It's nothing special. We got a nice bead roller. And we got a couple shrinker stretchers. I've made a lot of stuff with them. But
I really thought that was unicorn magic. Shrinking, stretching, metal. It just doesn't seem...
Yeah.
I don't know. My brain can't grasp that, I guess.
I think M&R has a YouTube channel. And I think I've been on there, maybe. I'm not sure. That's all I look at is YouTube. YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube and Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm on Facebook Marketplace, because there's really nothing on there unless... There actually is a 44 on Marketplace, and they want like $1,500 for it. It don't have the rear fenders, but it's $1,500. But
your wife's birthday's coming up in 60 days.
Yeah, so I'm looking for something a little more. I can make it work, but I ain't right now. I got this to go, and I need to work on that shoebox sitting right there. Get that Coyote in it for Craig. I need to work on it. But anyways, I appreciate everybody that's here. I mean, it's awesome. I hate to leave you guys every time. I want to get more videos. I've been trying. I put out 2 videos last night. Nothing really special. I did the unboxing on the linear blocks and the American Auto Wire. As a matter of fact, I am slacking because I ain't even put up the banner for the American Auto Wire. I'm not repping them over there. I need to.
M&R says he does not have a YouTube.
Maybe it's somewhere I seen him.
See, he'd get fired for his swear words. We
Ah.
call them spicy English adjectives.
Yeah, I try to keep it to a minimum. My mom don't like it.
She does. She gets
Nope. We might lose y'all. So,
Yep.
but anyways, the camera's about to die
It's
before
telling
it
us.
goes. Love you guys, and hit the share, follow,
Share,
like,
follow, like, bell, so you get
subscribe.
notified. Subscribe.
Yeah.
All the
All that
things.
stuff.
All the things.
So, anyways, we will see y'all guys next Tuesday. Love you, and hope you have a blessed and wonderful week and weekend. Guess we're out of here.
Yep. See y'all next week.
Yeah, everybody's talking, so. Still talking.
That was fun.
I wish
Thank you.
maybe I'll get on these and be able to update all the descriptions and stuff so that more people can find it, because
Yeah.
right now I'm just having to do it all on the tablet, and I'm not getting very good description and labeling of stuff. So
We'll get better at it.
hopefully I'm gonna have to get a full-time crew. Anyways, love you guys, and we'll